all the way in Kansas. We're traveling to Kansas today, and we're here with a very special guest. We're here with former Kansas Jayhawks shooting guard Julie Brosseau.
Hi, how are you?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
You've had an incredible college basketball career. Recently played for the Kansas Jayhawks. Tell us about your overall experience at Kansas and how you felt about your basketball career as a whole.
Well, Kansas is really a basketball like city. So it was very interesting to see that side. I mean, we have like a lot of fans and we have like a great system and it's a very great conference. So I really appreciate playing in the Big 12 this year. And I really enjoy my time here.
You played at three different colleges, Maine, Utah, and Kansas. Played for about 5 seasons, with the exception of having a red shirt and also being able to play during the COVID season. What can you say about those three colleges?
Each school's really taught me like something and I experienced something new every time, which is cool. Well, I ended up going to Maine at first because it was pretty much my only offer on the table and they were really serious about recruiting me. So I think it was a good place to start. Second year, after my sophomore year, I decided to transfer and go to a better conference, like a Power 5 school. So I ended up going to Utah and then I graduate, which gave me the opportunity to transfer again, but without sitting out, being at Kansas. And with COVID year, I wasn't expecting it, but I was able to play a second year in Kansas, which I'm very fortunate.
Being that you're from Cuba, I gotta ask you, what's it like being over there?
It can be cold during winter. Where I'm from a small city, and I'm pretty close to Montreal, the big city. So we're kind of a little community, I would say. Like I feel like everybody knows each other in the basketball world. Yeah, it gets cold during winter. That's what I need to say.
Is there anything that you miss about home?
Yes, I miss my family mostly. It's hard to not see them like all year long. I get to see them only 2 months during summer. It's hard, but then with technology, I get to see them with FaceTime, and that makes it easier on me. I see my family, I see my friends too. Like it's a combination.
So coming out of school, fourth best ranked player, what does that say about you as a player and how far you've come in your career?
I mean, I was ranked fourth, which is pretty good, but I never look into that number like, oh my God, like I'm fourth. I know, I just had I had goals to the US and that was mainly my focus. And I think that helped me to get recruited in the States. Because I was fourth in the country.
Now, you mentioned about goals. When was your realization? Did you have any other career goals in mind besides basketball? I know that you have interest in art as well.
It's always been basketball. I'm more a person that looks to the future like day to day. I've always been into basketball. I haven't never looked too much far in the future. At my time in CJEP, that's when I was very trying to go to the States. From there, it kind of became more serious to me after my first year at Maine. That's when I took basketball very seriously. And yes, I have an interest in art. So on my free time, I like to paint. It actually started because of quarantine in 2020. I had so much time and I was like, oh, why not paint? And it kind of became something that I started to do more often.
What can you say that you enjoy about art?
I like to be creative and think outside of the box, or being imaginative. You get in that type of zone, that like calm, and you just start painting, and that's what I like about it too.
In basketball, who would you say is someone that you've looked up to?
I would say at first it was definitely my sister. I've always looked up to my sister. I started because of her. And then when I came to the States, I would say I've never been a person that looked too much to like NBA or WNBA when I was back home. I mean, it's not really televised like this, but I really enjoy watching Kelsey Plum in her prime time at Washington Huskies. And it was just amazing to see her play like this, being so free and good.
Some of your highly tutored basketball skills, of course, was shooting from the three-point range, 40%.
Yeah, like you said, it's always been like one of my strengths, shoot the ball. To be able to finish my career with my highest percentage just proves that I've been working on it to improve it and to be better at it. I feel like coming into the States, it was easier to get better because of the gun machines. that I didn't have when I was growing up. It's easy to get reps in a short amount of time, and there's a lot of support, like a lot of assistant coach that can help you, rebound, manager. So I'm grateful for all those people that helped me to become a better 3-point shooter.
Played 2 winning seasons at Maine with winning records.
Yeah.
You had 1 losing season at Utah, 1 losing season at Kansas, and then for your final year, you had a winning record at Kansas. Compare that time, and you felt, it was a difference in that.
Going to Maine, I was also coming from a winning program, transitioning into Maine and being a winning program. I mean, that's what I was used to. So it was really fun to be part of a team that was winning, of course, the first year. Going to Utah, the level was higher. We were playing in the great conference. That time there was like a lot of good players. Of course, times are more difficult when a team lose. Having this last year and be able to win, I mean, it's very nice. I started in the winning program and I finished with a winning program.
Now, obviously, I'm in Hawaii, played with the former University of Hawaii athlete, Megan Huff. Talk about the experience that you had with Megan Huff at Utah.
Megan was a great player that I could look up to in my redshirt year. She was shooting the ball very well. She was a great player, and it was just fun to have been by her side during this process and seeing how she became successful and how I could become successful too. I think right now she's on the pulse of basketball, but I just want to say hi, Megan. I hope everything is good with you and your little newborn.
Now, you're an international player, and there's been for years now a ton of international players who have come to college who have played in the NBA, WNBA.
I think more and more international are coming in the States. I mean, it's great because they play a different basketball style than the American ones. Each of them can give like a good, like we can get better in basketball if we combine those two, if that makes sense. Those are different rules. I know a lot of international need to adapt to the American system because it's very different. But I really enjoy watching more international because I am one to come in the States to play.
Since you are an international player, I know you won a medal as well. Back in 2017, I think you played for like a national team, or you won like a gold medal or silver medal.
I won a silver medal with Quebec team. Yeah, that was a fun experience. We went to Ivory Coast, and I think it was the first time that our team program won a silver medal. So it was quite an experience.
Talk about experiences in your career. Are there any memorable experiences to you in basketball that stand out to you the most? I know you had a career high in points, 29 versus Ohio State, 14 points versus ORU, and 25 versus Oral Roberts.
To go to the March Madness, not everybody goes. And the fact that I went twice in my career is amazing. Something that I'm very proud of. Also reaching my 1,000 points was something that it just demonstrated the hard work I've been putting. So I was just happy to reach that goal, which is a big thing here.
29 points against Ohio State.
That was fun. I think I hit a high carry on my 3 points too in the game. It's the fact that we were playing Ohio State. I think they were ranked 10 in the country, and our team quite put a show. I think we lost by 10 points or something. So fun to show that we could also play with the best teams in the country. I really enjoy my process. I have a lot of memories now. Working out, I enjoy getting better on my game. I enjoy forming great relationships like all around the world. I am gaining a lot from this whole experience.
You gained a lot from your experiences throughout the year. 6 years in college, but played in 5 years, with the exception of the COVID year. What does that mean to you? Because I'm not too sure a lot of players have had the opportunity like that.
Spent 6 years in the States, knowing that I had 4 years of eligibility. It was a day-to-day process, and I wasn't expecting to transfer 2 times, go to 3 3 different teams. But it happens, and I'm happy of my journey, and I wouldn't change it. It may be very different from other players, but it just made my journey better. I had to experience like a lot of basketball and something that I would never forget.
What are the future goals? What are the future plans for your career?
I would love to go play overseas. My goal right now, I want to keep playing while I can. And I think it would be fun to go and live in another country while playing basketball. That's what I want to do right now. And I just need to take further steps, like looking into an agent and see my opportunities.
You mentioned about living in another state or another country.
I heard you really don't know where you're going to end up playing because there's so many leagues overseas. You really need to choose based on like the salary or if it's a good team over there. But I would love to go to Spain. I heard it's a very nice country, but somewhere warm.
If you were to describe yourself as a player,
Resilient, and I have a great work ethic. I love to put in work and I love to see progress. I don't fall like under pressure or if there's a lot of obstacles. That would be my two things I would say.
after your basketball career, do you think that you would probably pursue something in art?
I don't know. At this point, I don't know. I will be able to finish my MBA this year. So maybe I'll do something business related or art business related. I'm not sure yet. I really don't know. Well, we'll see what kind of doors open to me in the future.
And in your career, who are you mostly thankful for?
My parents, they've been very, very supportive from high school, CJIP, Maine, Utah, Kansas. They've always been there. They've been traveling with me too. And, I know they put a lot of effort into me for that. I'm grateful for them.
And we are here with a very special guest, Julie Brosseau. Just want to say I appreciate your time and wish you all the best in your career.
Thank you so much.